Meet Jiang Lin, a man who looks as bored as he is handsome. But a sudden notification on his phone piques his interest. The mysterious music producer he follows is at this very club. His buddy immediately starts teasing him about his secret crush. Just as he's searching the crowd, a girl comes barreling through. And in a moment of pure chaotic grace, she trips and face-plant. Our poor girl Jiang Zhaozhao is absolutely fuming, but the culprit isn't some random stranger. It's this smug jerk who's been filming the whole embarrassing thing. Our girl's blood runs cold when she sees him. It's Jiang Lin. Of all the clubs in all the world, her brother had to walk into this one. He just smiles that infuriating smile, admitting he caught her beautiful fall on camera. She demands he delete it, but he gives her a stone-cold no. This absolute menace then threatens to send it to the family group chat. Her tough act crumbles in a split second. He calls her a tattling kid, clearly enjoying her panic. And the answer is still a hard no. He even claims it's his sacred duty as a brother to discipline her. The nerve of this guy. She makes a desperate bargain. She'll do anything if he just doesn't tell their mom. And look at that smirk. He's got her right where he wants her. His demand to chug this entire bottle of hard liquor. Even his friend thinks he's gone too far, but Jiang Lin is unfazed. Her friend looks on, totally helpless. He tries to intervene, but it's too late. Because our girl just snatched the bottle and starts chugging. She slams the empty bottle down, as her inner monologue reveals this jerk is, in fact, her brother. Everyone is stunned, but our little nugget is already seeing stars. She stumbles, completely wasted. And just like that, her evil brother swoops in and catches her. He scoops her up princess style and carries her straight out of the club. He carries our girl bridal style, but this is no fairy tale moment. He gently lays her down on the bed, clearly done with her shenanigans. But our poor heroine is completely out of it, mumbling about how hot she is. She's so wasted she thinks she can still drink another glass. He's having none of it. He coldly tells the drunkard to behave in his bedroom. She just rolls over, telling him to shut up so she can sleep. Annoyed, he grabs a clean shirt for her to change into. He tosses it on the bed, demanding she not get his sheets dirty. With that, he heads off to take a much-needed shower. A moment later, our girl stirs, feeling completely disoriented. She realizes she's in a massive shirt that isn't hers, but then a wave of nausea hits. She bolts for the bathroom, fumbling for the light switch in the dark. The light flicks on, revealing a glorious set of six-pack abs. A gentle chime wakes our girl from her slumber. She slowly sits up in bed. But wait, this isn't her room. Where on earth is she? The memories start flooding back, the man's voice, the shirt she's wearing. It wasn't a dream, she actually did it. A sudden clatter snaps her out of her panic. She freezes. What was that sound? Cautiously, she slips out of bed to investigate the noise, and finds a god-tier man in a belted suit jacket, making breakfast. He turns, calling her a little drunkard. The absolute nerve. Our girl is absolutely mortified. How could she have been so reckless? He calmly informs her that he washed her clothes and put them on the balcony. She sits down, trying to act normal. Thanks for last night, she mumbles. He slides a plate over, coolly saying he just didn't want a mess in his house. Then he warns her never to get that drunk again, or he won't bother with her next time. He claims she was the one who messed with him first. She silently stabs her egg, imagining his face. She angrily shoves the food in her mouth, fuming. And he just watches her with a smug little smirk. He's enjoying this way too much. He tells her to shower since their parents are expecting them for a welcome dinner. She heads into the most ridiculously high-tech bathroom she's ever seen. Overwhelmed by the options, she decides to just press a random button. What could go wrong? A jet of ice-cold water blasts her right in the face. Suddenly, an arm wraps around her waist, pulling her back into a hard chest. He scolds her for being frantic, but she fires back about his stupid bathroom. Just then, his phone rings. It's their mom. He tells her flat out that our girl spent the night with him. The betrayal. He ends the call with a victorious smirk. Oh, this man is pure, unfiltered chaos. Our girl immediately switches into well-behaved daughter mode. A huge feast is laid out just for her. Mom knows her favorite is the sweet and sour ribs. But just as she reaches for a piece, someone beats her to it. It's her chaotic stepbrother, Jiang Lin, who starts teasing her about her hard time yesterday. She plays along, putting some food on his plate. Then she leans in close and whispers for him to eat and shut up. But he just smirks, enjoying her rage way too much. Their mom completely misreads the room, thinking they get along so well. He leans in, whispering that of course he has to spoil his little sister. Our girl is about to explode, but Dad suddenly interrupts with an announcement. He declares that she and Jiang Lin will be working on a project together. And to make matters worse, they have to live in the same apartment. She absolutely loses it, but Jiang Lin calmly says he has no objections. He's already got the keys, leaving her completely trapped in his scheme. Outside, Mom tries to reassure her, but Jiang Lin cuts in with a smirk. He tells her to pack extra clothes so she won't have to borrow his again. Then he coolly tells her to get in the car, leaving her completely speechless. A brand new day dawns over the bustling city. Our girl wakes up feeling fantastic after sleeping like a log. But her sleepy haze is broken by a familiar scent. It's Jiang Lin looking like a full-course meal this early in the morning. He immediately calls her a lazy bum and she fires right back. He then savagely roasts her for having a dull mind. He puts his cup down, ready to lay down some ground rules for their new living situation. Our girl is not impressed by his little power trip. He pulls the "I'm the older brother" card with a smug smirk. She immediately reminds him he's not her real brother. He just laughs at her fiery attitude. Then he pats her head and she's so not a fan. But he suddenly softens, telling her to eat on time. Our poor heroine is totally flustered by this rare moment of kindness. She shoves him away, but he suddenly winces in pain. He clutches his shoulder and her anger instantly melts into worry. She reaches for him, asking if she should call a doctor. He just looks down at her and asks cryptically, "You don't remember." Before she can process that, he tells her to get dressed for work. He leaves our girl completely confused by his chaotic mood swings. A sweet text from her mom gives her a little boost of confidence. She texts back, casually mentioning Jiang Lin's injured shoulder. But her mom's reply sends a shiver down her spine. "You don't remember." Suddenly, a dark and terrifying memory flashes through her mind. Her mom quickly texts again, saying it might be better that she's forgotten. But now she's left wondering, what is this huge secret everyone is hiding from her? Shaking it off, she arrives at the massive Jiang Corp building for her first date. That jerk Jiang Lin already ditched her at the curb, but she bravely walks in and introduces herself. She puts on her best happy face, ready to start her new job. The office is a whirlwind of activity, and a woman introduces herself as Sang Yihan, the marketing manager. It looks like she's about to be thrown right into her first big project. A senior employee apologizes for the chaos, welcoming our girl to her first day. She glances at the transfer papers, and our heroine looks on, a bit confused. A private office for a brand new assistant, that's suspicious. Our girl asks if there's an issue, totally clueless about the special treatment. The woman quickly hides the document, plastering on a fake smile. She plays it cool, saying everything is fine and offers to lead the way. They walk down the hall to her new workspace. She opens the door and bam, the office is absolutely massive. Our girl is completely stunned by the luxurious room. She nervously asks if this entire extravagant office is just for her. The senior confirms it, and our heroine gives a super awkward thank you. She's already panicking. Everyone is going to think she's a Nepo baby. She desperately hopes no one finds out her real identity. This is a disaster. Her new mentor hands her a file, snapping her out of her spiral. Her very first task is from the CEO himself, handle the visiting investors. And it's not just anyone, it's the high-profile Dyson Group. The pressure is on. Her mentor gives her an encouraging wink, telling her the whole team is counting on this. She explains the materials quickly, then has to rush off to another meeting. Our girl thanks her, feeling a little more confident about her new role. She thinks she's met a great mentor and is ready to give it her all. But as the senior walks away, her friendly expression completely vanishes. She glances back over her shoulder with an icy glare. Something tells me this woman is not on our girl's side. Hours pass and the meeting drags on endlessly. Our poor heroine is absolutely starving, wishing she'd eaten first. It's almost dark and they're still not done. Suddenly, the doors finally swing open. They're out. She jumps to her feet, ready to do her job. Her mentor announces that a new colleague will escort President Jiang to his hotel. And that new colleague is our girl, who is now face-to-face with the handsome attorney Yan. He gives a short, professional thank you, his eyes sharp. The mentor calls out to our girl, asking if the car is ready. She cheerfully confirms, but the attorney's eyes narrow as he looks at her. He's clearly sizing her up, thinking she's just some clueless newbie. They all head down to the car and drive to the investor's hotel. Arriving at their destination, our girl puts on her most professional smile. She tells President Jiang that the hotel has great reviews and he should rest well. The attorney scoffs internally. What a rookie, she didn't even catch the president's hint. But then he takes a proper look at the hotel, and his jaw hits the floor. Romantic music fills the air as they see the very unique room decor. A hotel manager approaches, asking what she needs. She nervously asks if this is the Jiang Group's suite. The manager confirms it's the special VIP room they booked. The manager gets a bit too friendly, offering to explain the room's special services. Suddenly, a stern voice cuts through the tension. Enough. It's President Jiang, and he is furious. He accuses her of trying to use dirty tactics to win the deal. She bows deeply, begging him not to abandon the partnership over her mistake. But the handsome, silver-haired lawyer sees right through it. He knows she was set up and decides to bail her out. He steps in, claiming partial responsibility as the chief legal officer. He smoothly offers to arrange a new room at a 5-star hotel. President Jiang just sighs and agrees to go. With the crisis averted, our poor girl finally gets a moment to breathe. She's so thankful to Lawyer Yan for saving the deal, still shaken from the whole ordeal. A voice asks if she's okay. She looks up to see her silver-haired savior, Lawyer Yan. He tells her he came to see her out, giving some advice about the workplace being a battlefield. He then offers her a black card with his personal number. Call anytime, he says. As she reaches for the card, a hand snatches it out of the air. It's her brother, Jiang Lin, and he looks furious. He coolly tells the lawyer he'll keep the number for his scatterbrained sister. He grabs our girl and tells her they're going home. The lawyer just smirks, putting the pieces together. But Jiang Lin isn't done. He says his sister has no interest in any man's affairs, except his. Our girl is literally steaming with embarrassment. She tells him to stop saying such chaotic things in public. He pulls her possessively against his side, dismissing the lawyer completely. Lawyer Yan immediately recognizes this move for what it is, a territorial claim. He calls Jiang Lin out, but her brother just doubles down, declaring it's time to take his sister home. A sleek black car cuts through the night city. Inside, the silence is so thick you could cut it with a knife. Our girl sneaks a peek at the CEO. Is he still angry about what happened at the hotel? She can feel his intense gaze on her. He smirks, catching her red-handed. Do I look that handsome? She flushes beet red, denying it immediately. I just wondered how you knew I was there. He explains he got a text and tracked her down. Our girl gets a little smug, so the great CEO can panic too. He smoothly replies, concern breeds chaos. Her heart does a little flip. He was concerned for her. He immediately crushes that dream, concern for the project. Then he asks if she has a crush on him. This man is chaotic. He starts reminiscing about how she used to be a clingy kid. She's not having it. That doesn't excuse you throwing firecrackers at my feet. He just calls her a crybaby, claiming he only avoided her because she always tattled. Lies, she shouts. You bullied me first, that's why I cried. He gets a dangerous look in his eye. Why no tears today? Was that other guy comforting you? She puffs out her chest. I'm an adult now, not some fragile doll. He changes the subject. Why'd you pick a love hotel? She insists she didn't know. It was compiled by Sister Yihan. He finds that suspicious. Yihan is usually so meticulous. But business is business. He's docking her bonus for the mistake. Our girl is fuming. What an evil capitalist. How is this her fault? The car pulls up to a luxurious-looking apartment complex. Stop whining, get out, he says coldly. Her poor bonus is gone. She slowly unbuckles her seatbelt, still reeling from the injustice. But he's already unbuckling his own. He leans over, impatient. Why so slow? Do you want to attend tomorrow's meeting or not? She scrambles out of the car, yelling for him to wait. A boring business meeting is finally wrapping up. Everyone is just about ready to call it a day. The handsome lawyer Yan presents the final documents, and the meeting is officially adjourned. As everyone leaves, the office ladies start gossiping. They're all swooning over Lawyer Yan, but they agree their own boss is hotter. Our girl can't help but agree. Ice Face is the perfect nickname for him. But just as she's about to leave, Lawyer Yan calls out to her. He pulls out a small blue box and reveals a stunning butterfly necklace. Our girl is floored, trying to refuse such an expensive gift. But he's so smooth, insisting she take it and even patting her head. Later that night, she's back in her room. She can't get the necklace or the lawyer off her mind. She opens the box again, admiring the gorgeous jewelry. Why on earth would he suddenly give her something like this? She flashes back to his gentle touch, her cheeks turning bright red. Does he actually like her? Our poor girl is in full panic mode, hiding her face in her pillow. She stares at the necklace, completely torn about what she should do. Her thoughts are interrupted when her brother slams the door open, looking ticked off. He asks how her gala dress prep is going, and she proudly says she's all set. He immediately roasts her, calling her professional suit a crumpled mess. And then he drops the bomb. He threw it in the trash bin. But before she can have a meltdown, he smirks, revealing he bought her a new outfit. She slips into the gorgeous gown he picked out. It's a perfect fit, except she can't get the zipper up. And of course, her smug brother is right there, offering his help. Her mind flashes back to the charming lawyer Yan. This is all getting way too complicated. He slowly zips up her dress, his fingers deliberately brushing against her bare back. Our girl shivers, completely startled by his intimate touch. She begs him to hurry up, but he just gives a wicked little smirk, clearly enjoying this. He then has the nerve to make a savage comment about her needing a looser dress. He pulls her close, admiring the view, but says her neck looks bare. He presents a stunning butterfly necklace, a custom piece he had made just for her. But she refuses, saying someone else already gave her one. His face instantly darkens. Yan Qingyu's gift, he scoffs, barely hiding his disgust. He declares the other man's necklace is completely unworthy of the dress. Our girl, feeling chaotic, asks if he's scared lawyer Yan's gift will upstage him. Oh, that did it. He grabs her chin, his gaze intense and possessive. He whispers for her to wear it, so he can show everyone how insignificant another man's gift is on her. Later, they arrive at the most extravagant banquet hall you've ever seen. President Jiang is waiting, looking bored, until his associate warns him that lawyer Yan is here. His eyes immediately find our heroine descending the stairs. And she's on the arm of the handsome, silver-haired lawyer Yan. The two men greet each other, the air crackling with unspoken rivalry. President Jiang offers a stiff compliment about a business deal, keeping things cold and professional. But lawyer Yan immediately turns the praise to our girl, making her blush. He looks at her with such adoration. Meanwhile, President Jiang looks like he's about to absolutely lose it. He scoffs at how close they are, and our girl quickly makes an excuse to escape to the restroom. Lawyer Yan sweetly tells her not to be long, calling her the star of the banquet. The two men are left to stare each other down. As she walks away, President Jiang notices a strange red mark blooming on her neck. Our girl finally gets a moment alone in the lavish restroom. But suddenly, her neck starts to feel incredibly itchy where the necklace sits. If you're uncomfortable, why endure it? A voice asks from behind her. She looks up to see lawyer Yan, who has followed her, a gentle look on his face. Her brother is behind her, sipping wine, and he's got some news. He reveals the necklace from her crush is copper-plated, a cheap gift for someone with a severe allergy. He accuses her of being willing to harm herself just for Yan Qingyu. Our girl is completely stunned. She had no idea. So he does the most chaotic thing possible and drops the necklace right into his wine. Savage. She freaks out, but he pulls out a replacement. He just says, "Oops, my hand slipped." The absolute nerve of this man. She's not buying his lies for a second. That was totally on purpose. He denies it, claiming this new diamond necklace just suits her better. Then he puts it on her without asking. He smirks, practically daring her to disagree. Doesn't this look better than that cheap knockoff? Suddenly, her mind flashes back to a different memory, the paper stars. A dark and stormy night, a jar of stars spills across the floor. It's her as a child, terrified and alone, crying for her brother. She clutches a note he left behind, a promise he never kept. He snaps her back to the present, annoyed that she's spacing out on him. She's still reeling from the memory when her other suitor, Yan, arrives. He was looking for her, but he's walked right into a tense standoff. Yan notices the necklace swap. Her brother puts a possessive arm around her and takes full credit. He hopes lawyer Yan doesn't mind. Oh, the passive aggression is delicious. Yan is furious, calling him rude for changing her accessories without her consent. He apologizes to our girl, promising to buy her a new one, a true gentleman. He vows to learn everything about her, unlike some people. Her brother gives a sarcastic, slow clap. Then he declares that he is the one who decides everything for her. Yan fires back, calling him just a nominal brother who is seriously overstepping. But her brother just smirks. Nominal or not, he still outranks an outsider. Our poor girl just wants the floor to swallow her whole. A driver holds the door open for our girl as she prepares to leave. But as she steps in, her eyes go wide with shock. Because Jiang Lin is already sitting inside, looking way too comfortable. He gives her a cold stare and commands her to get in. She quickly slides into the seat and the door slams shut. The tension in the car is so thick you could cut it with a knife. Suddenly, the car doors lock with a loud, ominous click. Our girl immediately panics. Why did he do that? He leans in, invading her personal space, and her face flushes bright red. He gets so close she can practically feel his breath on her neck. Her heart is about to explode. What is he planning to do? And then he says it, "You're sitting on the seatbelt buckle." Oh, the sheer, soul-crushing embarrassment. He has the nerve to smirk, asking why she's so red. This man is a menace. He reaches across her to get the belt, his proximity making her thoughts scramble. He leans in close and whispers the most chaotic thing possible. "Did you think I was going to kiss you?" Completely flustered, she smacks him, telling him to cut it out. But he effortlessly catches her hand, stopping her mid-swing. He plays the victim, complaining that she hurt him and demanding she make it up to him. She calls him a sore loser, totally forgetting they have an audience. The poor driver awkwardly asks if they should depart. Talk about third-wheeling. Jiang Lin just gives a one-word command, "Drive." He then warns the driver to mind his own business. The absolute savagery. The driver wisely raises the privacy divider immediately. She tries to push him away, but he won't budge, insisting she hasn't made up for punching him. Just then, her phone dings, but he won't let her answer it, his eyes darkening. She argues with him in the car, but he's completely speechless. Annoyed, she checks her phone, rolling her eyes at another message. It's from Yan Qingyu, asking her out to buy a necklace. Our girl cringes at the awkwardness. She glares daggers at her brother, blaming him for this whole situation. And oh, he is fuming. The jealousy is practically radiating off him. In a flash, he snatches her phone right out of her hands. He quickly types out a savage "not going" and hits send. He hands it back with a smug look, saying Big Bro handled it for her. Our poor heroine is absolutely thunderstruck. She completely loses it, screaming about boundaries and his insane behavior. He yells that he's just protecting his sister, but she's not having it. He screams, "I'm your brother," and she retorts, "You're just my brother in name." The moment she says it, she freezes in horror. She stammers, trying to take it back, but he just stares at her, silent and intense. The tension is suffocating. The ride ends in absolute silence. The driver, bless his soul, announces they've arrived. This poor assistant is probably ready to quit on the spot. Her brother gets out of the car without a word and leaves her behind. She's left alone, drowning in regret and wishing she could just apologize. She heads inside her apartment, trying to forget the whole thing. But just as she gets out of the shower, her phone dings again. It's Attorney Yan, persistent as ever, asking if she's free. Speak of the devil, there he is now, looking handsome in his pajamas. He sees her reply pop up on his phone. She turns him down flat, claiming she's too busy with work. Ouch, he just got rejected hard. A new day dawns at the office, and our girl Jiang Zhaozhao is walking in. But the office gossip is already buzzing, and it's all about demotions and mistakes. She opens her office door, ready to start the day. But she finds her former boss, Yihan, working in the pantry. Yihan drops a bomb. She's been demoted and is now Jiang Zhaozhao's direct subordinate. Our girl immediately realizes this is about the disastrous hotel booking. Yihan takes the blame as the supervisor, but Jiang Zhaozhao knows she's the one who messed up. Yihan wonders how the CEO even found out about the mix-up. And then it hits Jiang Zhaozhao. She remembers complaining directly to him. She snitched. Overcome with guilt, she apologizes and runs off to fix her mistake. Yihan watches her go, but her face is a mask of pure fury. She seethes internally, thinking how this newbie erased all her hard work. And she makes a silent vow. Next time, Jiang Zhaozhao won't be so lucky. The office air is thick with tension. Our heroine storms right up to the CEO's office, ready for a confrontation. She barges right in, demanding answers from her brother. "Why did you transfer Yihan to my office?" she yells. He's completely unbothered, just happy she knocked first. She insists the mistake was hers. He reminds her Yihan was her supervisor, so she asks why she wasn't punished instead. His reply is savage. "Weren't your bonuses already docked?" Our girl is completely stunned into silence. She totally forgot about that. He coldly tells her to get out. He reminds her she's just an assistant now and needs to follow procedure. She realizes he's still holding a grudge from yesterday, Patty King. Then he changes the subject, ordering her to attend a launch event with him. The Rock Resort, Jiang Zhaozhao is completely lost. He explains it's all business. Yihan's family are shareholders and her demotion is temporary. Our girl is finally taking a much-needed vacation at a swanky resort. But her peace is interrupted by a familiar and very handsome voice. She turns to find the ridiculously attractive lawyer Yan, abs and all. Playing it cool, she says her firm's a big deal, so of course she'd be here. She awkwardly admits she's been swamped with work, clearly avoiding him. But he cuts right to the chase, telling her she doesn't have to avoid him. He even calls himself one of her suitors, and our poor girl is absolutely shook. Then he just drops the L-bomb. "I like you," he says, smooth as ever. But look who's watching from the sidelines with a death glare. It's her overprotective brother. The woman with him notes how good they look, but CEO Jiang is fuming. He gets all passive-aggressive, telling her she should be working instead of chatting. But she's got a savage comeback, reminding him he's just a guest too. She then formally invites him to a business meeting, successfully pulling him away. He glances back one last time before being dragged off. He tells his companion, "Let's go," his mood completely soured. Inside the clubhouse, they're greeted by the resort's director. CEO Jiang is all business, brushing off the compliments. He plops down on the couch, oozing that chaotic, broody CEO energy. The director starts talking about expansion plans, but CEO Jiang is clearly not listening. Then the director gets bold, suggesting he use his sister's new friend to expedite permits, and oh boy, that was the wrong thing to say. Director Sang suggests using a top lawyer to solve their problem. But our boy Jiang Lin thinks using personal connections is inappropriate. The sleazy director just smiles, telling him not to be so hasty. He suggests asking Miss Jiang to just put in a good word for them. Jiang Lin is absolutely livid. He can't believe this guy wants him to use his own sister. The director calls it a reasonable resource exchange, even pointing out she's not his real sister. That's the last straw. Jiang Lin snaps. His voice drops to an icy whisper. Zhaozhao is not a bargaining chip. Director Sang immediately backpedals, saying it was just a joke. Jiang Lin lays down the law about mutual respect before walking away. Meanwhile, another woman is shocked he cares so much for a stepsister. Turns out she's the real snake. Sang Yihan framed our girl for her own mistake. And she's bitter that our heroine got off with just a docked bonus. She scoffs, thinking our girl is just some naive grad. She promises to teach her a lesson about the corporate world. The scene shifts to a gorgeous resort. Our girl is trying to get ready, but her bikini straps are giving her trouble. A familiar voice teases her about her constant wardrobe malfunctions. It's Jiang Lin, looking absolutely ripped. He asks if she really needs his help this much. Our girl jumps, totally caught off guard. He just gives her that signature unimpressed look. She quickly apologizes for what she said in the car earlier, asking him not to be mad. A small, victorious smirk appears on his face. He leans in close. "Do I seem like the grudging type?" he asks. He closes the distance between them, his presence overwhelming. She fires back that he's been the grudging type since they were kids. He starts poking her mercilessly. She immediately surrenders, laughing because it tickles. Then she gets serious, asking if he's really making Yihan her subordinate. He can't believe she's still defending the woman who tried to ruin her. But our girl interrupts him. She knew Sang Yihan was involved in that accident. He is completely floored by this. What? She flashes back to that day. She remembers the other intern, bowing and apologizing profusely. The poor girl was about to take all the blame to clear Yihan's name. Just as the intern was about to leave, our heroine stopped her, closing the door with a determined look. She wasn't going to let an innocent person take the fall. Instead, she called her dad and asked for a list of this year's interns. She asks if he knew the whole hotel incident was a setup. He admits he knew all along, but he wanted to see how our girl would handle it. He just smirks, saying adults have to adapt and play these games. He pulls her close, calling her a scheming little fox. Our girl gets flustered, saying she has a lot to learn from the master of cunning himself. He then asks what that sleazy investor said to her. The man suggested she date his son to benefit the business. What a creep. She demands to know what he said in response. He leans in, his eyes intense. "You really care about my answer." He then cuts to the chase, saying he saw the other guy confess to her. The air gets heavy as he asks, "You accepted?" She explains the guy suggested they be friends first, and she needs time to observe people. His response is immediate and firm. "Don't accept him." He moves closer, his voice low and serious. "Don't accept him." But just as he's about to confess, his phone buzzes, shattering the moment. He answers, clearly annoyed. It's about the ribbon-cutting ceremony. He hangs up, cursing the terrible timing under his breath. The romantic tension just pops like a balloon. Our girl asks what's wrong, but he just brushes it off. He tells her they need to get ready and quickly turns away. She's left completely stunned, wondering what he was about to say. Our girl gets ready to head out, dressed to impress. She presses the elevator button, ready for the venue. But as the doors close, she looks a little hesitant. A hand suddenly stops the door. And of course, it's him. He smirks, noting her quick change. She fires back, "Not bad yourself." They ride the elevator in a tense silence. She tries to make small talk about the event, but he's more interested in teasing her, calling her cute outfit a pig costume. A pig costume? Our girl is ready to throw hands. He doubles down, calling her a piglet. This man has a death wish. She gives him one last chance to take it back. But before she can make good on her threat, the elevator suddenly jolts. The lights flicker and they are thrown off balance. He instinctively reaches for her as she stumbles. He pulls her into a protective embrace, yelling, "Don't move." He mashes every single button on the panel, but the elevator just sparks and dies. It's shaking violently as it falls. He tells her to hold on to him. Our poor heroine clings to him for dear life. He takes the brunt of the impact with a pained grunt. With a horrible screech, the elevator stops. She opens her eyes, trembling. They're alive. She looks up at him. That was way too close. But he's not responding. "Bro, are you?" He's just leaning on her, completely still. She starts to panic, shaking him. "Bro, are you okay?" He's sweating and looks seriously hurt. He slowly opens his eyes, his first concern being her. What a man. She quickly reassures him, asking where he's injured. Like a true stoic hero, he just tells her to hit the alarm. She frantically presses the button, but nothing happens. The comms power is out. She spots a camera, praying for a rescue, but then the elevator starts to shake violently again. He grabs her hand tightly. "There's no time," he says. And then he makes the most chaotic request ever. He asks her to sing for him, just like when they were kids. We get a flashback to our leads as small, vulnerable children. Young Jiang tries to protect our girl from some absolute trash bullies, but the creeps just laugh at him, thinking he's just a little shrimp. This psycho tells him being a hero requires actual strength, so the boy fights back the only way he can, biting down hard. The bully screams in pain and surprise. He can't believe this kid just attacked him. He viciously stomps on the boy, locking them up and vowing to starve them. Later, locked in a terrifying dark room, our girl checks on him. She's terrified, but he tries to be the brave older brother. He weakly asks her to sing for him to make him feel better. As lightning cracks outside, she sings a nursery rhyme about hope. Back in the present, she whispers the same song in the dark elevator. He listens quietly, his heart aching, before taking her hand. The lyrics are about being strong together. He looks at her with an expression full of pain and longing. When she finishes, he calls her singing beautiful. He's surprised she remembers their childhood rhyme. Our girl says she only remembers that one specific part. She gently touches his face, repeating the words he once told her. "If the dark scares you, hold my hand." He's completely overwhelmed by her kindness. He presses her hand to his cheek, whispering her name. She's a little taken aback by his intense reaction. He thanks her with so much emotion in his eyes. But then she notices something odd. She asks why he never lets anyone touch his left shoulder. He admits he hates it, and then leans in dangerously close. "But you're different," he whispers, his eyes full of secrets. "Jiang Zhaozhao, I've actually always..." But just as he's about to confess, the elevator dings. Voices call out from the other side, "The rescue team is here." Our girl is overjoyed, yelling that they're saved, but he looks absolutely furious. Damn, why now of all times? The elevator doors are pried open, and freedom is finally here. Later, the resort manager is facing his wrath. The man stands with his back to them, radiating pure fury. The staff apologizes, noticing how pale he is. But he coldly states that the resort isn't fine and shuts the whole place down. We open at a gorgeous seaside cafe where our girl is waiting. She's been sitting here all alone, looking absolutely stunning. But she is not happy. Jiang Lin stood her up and she's been waiting for 2 hours. A voice suddenly cuts through her thoughts, asking if she's alone. It's a handsome, silver-haired stranger, and boy is he smooth. He says the elevator incident must have scared her, offering a calming latte. Our girl is a little taken aback, but accepts. He then makes a terrible joke about the situation. She gives him a look that says, "Was that supposed to be funny?" He sheepishly admits his joke totally bombed. She tries to play it off, saying his sense of humor is great. He teases that her friend Zhao Zhao is better at comforting people. This gets our girl suspicious. How did he know about the elevator? He explains that he went looking for them when they took too long. She's shocked he was the one who found them, but she wonders why they didn't see him when they got out. And then he drops the bomb. He was in the monitoring room. Our girl freezes in horror. He saw him and heard everything. He smirks, taking a sip of his coffee. Then he starts quoting her embarrassing childhood stories back at her. She is absolutely mortified. She just wants to curl up and let the earth swallow her whole. He just watches her, a smug smile playing on his lips. Then he leans in and calls her very cute. Our girl is so flustered she can barely speak. He just smirks and repeats himself, savoring her reaction. Later, our male lead, President Jiang, is about to leave. But a woman in a red dress rushes to stop him. He stops, not looking too pleased to see her. He turns around with a cold expression. She begs him not to delay the opening of the new project. She argues that all the major figures are already in town. But he's ice cold, stating that customer safety is his bottom line. She gets desperate, reminding him of their family's long friendship. She even brings up how she was demoted because of our girl's mistake, but he's completely unmoved by her sob story. She finally pleads, saying this is her first big project and she can't disappoint her parents. He sighs, telling her to stop wasting time arguing and just get the inspection done. Savage, absolutely savage. Yihen greets our girl a little too sweetly in the morning. She immediately brings up business, saying the president is still offline for an important meeting. Yihen lays the concern on thick, mentioning he drank heavily last night. Our girl knows something is up. Then Yihen offers a spare keycard, telling her to check on him. Zhaozhao's internal alarm bells are screaming. What is this girl's angle? Suddenly, a traumatic memory flashes in her mind. She remembers him clinging to her, absolutely terrified. The thought that he could be hurt overrides her suspicion. Fine, she'll go check. She takes the keycard against her better judgment. Arriving at his suite, she knocks loudly. Brother, wake up, the meeting's starting. She calls out, no response. Using the keycard, she lets herself in. The meeting is about to start. But the room is completely empty. The bed is perfectly made. This is weird, where would he go so early? As she turns, her foot kicks something small. She looks down to see what it is. And her blood runs cold. It's an earring, Sang Yihen's earring. Suddenly, the bathroom door opens. Her brother emerges, shirtless and glorious. He smirks, asking if she missed him so much she had to use a keycard. He asks her why she's staring, completely oblivious to her shock. Her eyes dart from his face down to the damning evidence on the floor. And it all clicks. Yihen fiddled with her hair to show an earring was missing. It was a setup. He's shirtless and trying to explain about the earring. But our girl is having none of it. She says she doesn't care about his personal life. She coldly tells him not to disturb her again. With a final savage word, she tells him to keep track of his own schedule. He calls out her name, looking genuinely hurt, but then a sly smirk crosses his face. He wonders if her sudden anger could possibly be jealousy. Trying to escape her thoughts, our girl dives into work by the sea. She forces herself to focus on business reports. Anything to get that man out of her head, but she can't stop thinking about him. She gets so mad at herself. Why does she care about his drama? She hangs up the phone, completely frustrated. Our heroine lets out a scream of pure annoyance. Suddenly, a smooth voice calls her name. She turns around, startled to see the silver-haired gentleman. She tries to play it cool, but she's totally embarrassed he saw her freak out. He invites her to the pool to relax, just the two of them. Our girl is shocked by his bold invitation. She spots the earring on the ground, a bitter reminder. He gives her a knowing look and says, let's go. She decides then and there to leave Jiang Lin in the past. Later, she sits by the pool as her new companion takes a swim. He emerges from the water like a sea god and asks her if something is on her mind. She lets out a weary sigh. He wisely tells her she needs a distraction from her bad mood. He smirks, saying he has a foolproof remedy for her. She's totally confused. A remedy? How? He looks at her intensely and tells her to give him her hand. Hesitantly, she reaches out. He grabs her hand and yanks her straight into the pool. She comes up sputtering, shocked and soaked in his arms. She can't believe his chaotic prank. He just smirks, asking if she's still thinking about that troublesome person now. Our girl is flustered, but admits this doesn't feel so bad anymore. He smoothly calls it sensory reset therapy. Just then, a phone rings, breaking the tension. She tries to use it as an escape, but he's not having it. He snatches the phone, declaring it special treatment time. Then he asks her to go on a proper date with him. He whispers her name, lining in for a kiss. But our girl dodges. She says she needs time to think. He looks a little hurt, but backs off for now. A few days later, we're back in the city. The other male lead is fuming about the resort incident. He checks the time, wondering why Zhaozhao is sleeping in. He knocks on her door to wake her up. He calls out her name, ready to go in. But the room is completely empty. He's totally confused. When did she even leave? Just then, he gets a text. It's from our girl. She left for work early without even telling him. This man is fuming. It's the day of the big presentation, and everyone is hard at work. But our poor girl is clutching her stomach, looking like death warmed over. Her coworker immediately notices how pale she is. Zhaozhao tries to play it cool, insisting she's fine. She just blames it on some greasy breakfast, a classic rookie mistake. But with the presentation starting any second, her friend is worried she won't make it through. Despite the pain, our girl is a total pro. She stands up and starts spitting straight facts about market fluctuations. She absolutely dominates the room, explaining industry trends like a boss. Even while secretly dying inside, she points out key growth sectors. But across the table, one person is paying very close attention. Director Jiang sees her hand clutching her stomach. He knows something is wrong. The meeting finally ends and everyone starts to file out. Zhaozhao breathes a sigh of relief, thanking the heavens she didn't collapse. Just as she's about to order some medicine, a voice calls her name. It's Director Jiang, and he does not look pleased. He asks a super weird question about her foundation being the wrong shade. Our girl is totally confused, trying to play dumb. But he's not buying it. He's just calling her out for being so pale. He calls her stubborn and waves his assistant over. The assistant hands him a small paper bag. He holds it out to her, revealing it's jujube tea and stomach medicine. This chaotic man actually went and bought her medicine during the meeting. She slowly reaches out and takes the bag from him. She's completely stunned, only managing a small thank you. Later that night, our girl finally gets home and collapses onto her bed. She's been feeling awful all day and is ready to pass out. But just as she closes her eyes, a sharp noise echoes through the house. Her eyes snap open, instantly alert. Thinking it's her brother, she calls out his name. She heads downstairs, wondering why he's home so late. It's almost 1 a.m, but waiting for her in the dark is not her brother. It's him, sitting silently on her couch like a king on his throne. She freezes, her heart pounding in her chest. Just what is he doing in her house at this hour? Jiang Lin is passed out, muttering in his sleep. Our girl wonders if he's having a nightmare. She tries to wake him, but he suddenly grabs her. He pins her down, looking absolutely possessed. Our girl screams his name, trying to snap him out of it. He finally recognizes her, his eyes clearing. He asks if he scared her, acting all innocent now. Then he has the nerve to smirk at her. She snaps back, who wouldn't get scared? You tell him, girl. She tries to push him away and make a run for it. But he's not letting her escape that easily. He grabs her wrist, stopping her in her tracks. He calls her out for avoiding him for 3 days. She lies, saying she's just been busy. He gets savage, asking if she was busy on a date with another man. The flashback to the kiss proves he's not wrong. She's totally caught, stammering for an excuse. He leans in closer. The tension is electrifying. He gets so close she can feel his breath on her skin. He whispers that her heart is beating so fast. His lips graze her ear, and she absolutely melts. Then he drops a bomb, have breakfast at home tomorrow. Our girl is completely stunned by the sudden change in topic. He insists, saying he doesn't want her getting sick. It's his tsundere way of saying he's worried. Let me take care of you, he says, my heart. She's left in her room, completely flustered and confused. His words are mixing with the other guy's confession. A poor heroine hides under the covers, totally overwhelmed. She knows this chaotic love triangle can't continue. A girl grabs her phone in the middle of the night. She tries to text him, but keeps deleting everything she writes. Suddenly, a text from him pops up. He knows she's awake. She jolts upright, wondering if this app has a new stalker feature. He asks how she knew he was thinking of her. The chat shows he's typing. Our girl is completely flustered by this man's audacity. He cuts to the chase, asking what she wanted to say. She sighs, might as well just tell him now, but before she can type, he beats her to it. Are you free tomorrow? And look at him, so calm and collected on his end. He says he'll pick her up to replace her necklace. Then he hits her with a sweet good night, Zhaozhao, so smooth. She puts her phone down, her heart doing backflips. It's almost 5 a.m. Girl, get some sleep. The next day, our heroine arrives at her company's entrance. Just then, she gets a text. I'm downstairs, the man has arrived. And oh my God, he's waiting for her, looking like a whole snack. He sees her and his gaze is absolutely magnetic. He's already finished his cigarette. He's been waiting a while. He opens the car door for her like a perfect gentleman. He teases her, asking if she's afraid he'll sell her off. Meanwhile, the entire office is watching this drama unfold. The gossip mill is turning. He's picking up the CEO's sister. A girl is so embarrassed. He parked right at the front door. They finally get in the car and drive away. She immediately tells him to use the parking lot next time, but he just smirks, asking if she's scared of gossip or her brother. That question hits a little too close to home. She clenches her fists, completely rattled. He leans in and tells her to promise him one thing. When you're with me, he says, his eyes locked on hers. Don't think about anyone else. The possessive king has spoken. Looks like it's time for a classic rich people shopping spree montage. Lawyer Yan and our girl are hitting the high-end stores, browsing the latest fashion. But hold on, our girl is filling her basket with men's clothes. She turns with a smile, saying she picked them all out for him. He's completely caught off guard. For him, she says he's always in a stuffy suit, so she wanted to get him something comfortable. He tells her not to worry about the cost. If she's being so generous, he won't hold back either. He immediately asks the staff to bag their old clothes. They're changing right now. Our girl is flustered. Aren't you even going to try them on? But he just drops the smoothest line ever. If you chose them, I like them all. And just like that, the card is swiped. This is one expensive date. He steps out of the changing room looking like a whole snack. The sales lady is swooning. Our girl smugly agrees her eye for fashion is killer. He admits the clothes are much better. He thanks her for the gift, and then he leans in, getting dangerously close. He whispers that he'll be her exclusive escort for the day. Our girl is not having it. As they walk, he notices a lot of people are staring at them. He points out that this must happen to her all the time. She asks why, and he says it's because he's handsome. Our girl just plays along, saying it's only natural to appreciate beauty. This man's ego is chaotic. He smirks, clearly enjoying this. Is that so? He asks. Then he corners her, asking if she thinks he's good-looking. Our poor heroine is blushing and stammering. You're all right, she says. Just all right, he presses. She calls him out for teasing her again. He laughs it off, saying since she bought him an outfit, it's his turn now. And of course, he takes her straight to the Chanel jewelry counter. Our girl is completely mesmerized. Shiny things are definitely her weakness. He generously tells her to pick anything she likes. But she hits him with a savage Uno reverse, claiming a metal allergy and picking a simple silk scarf instead. As the city lights blur past, our girl is getting a ride home from the handsome lawyer Yan. He's being a perfect gentleman, of course. He tells her he can't rest easy until he knows she's safe inside. Our girl thinks about how popular he is, but her mind is clearly somewhere else. She compares this sweet man to Jiang Lin, who she knows is a walking red flag. The car pulls up to her dark, empty-looking house. We're here, Lawyer Yan says with a gentle smile. He tells her to text him when she's inside and that he'll wait. She gets out of the car and gives him a little wave goodbye. He watches her go, thinking to himself, so cute. Our girl quietly slips into the house. She peeks around the corner, her heart pounding. The place is dead silent. What are you chickening out for? She scolds herself. This is your house. She pulls out her phone to text Lawyer Yan. A quick I'm home should do it. He replies instantly, telling her to get some rest. But as she turns around, her blood runs cold. A voice from the shadows says, "You're back." It's Jiang Lin, and he looks furious. She puts on a brave face, laughing nervously. But his cold stare cuts right through her act. "Did you have fun out with Yan Qingyu?" he asks, his voice dripping with ice. Our girl is completely stunned. "You, no." He smirks, a terrifyingly possessive look in his eyes. He tells her the whole company saw her get into Yan's car. She trembles, not knowing what to say. He accuses Yan of trying to put a property of label on her. Then he reaches out and grabs the bow on her dress. "Do you think I'm blind or just stupid?" He seethes. He reminds her of the last time with the necklace and accuses her of always treasuring Yan's gifts. Our girl finds her voice and snaps back, "What's it to you?" But he's ready for that. He brings up the resort, accusing her of getting cozy with Sang Yihen. "When was I ever cozy with her?" she yells, completely outraged. He leans in, his eyes dark. "Don't try to deny it," he whispers. "I saw her earring under your bed." Checkmate, our girl freezes, realizing she's walked right into his trap. A slow, wicked smile spreads across his face. He looks down at her, savoring the moment. "You're jealous?" he asks, his voice a low purr. Our girl tries to deny it, but her face screams guilty. "I'm not jealous." He just smirks, calling her out on her double standards and backing her into a corner. She's completely trapped against the wall, nowhere to run. Our poor heroine trembles, asking what he's trying to do. He gets a dangerous glint in his eye. "Remember when we played hide-and-seek with a silk scarf?" The memory hits her like a truck. A rainy day, a sad boy on a swing, she'd asked him what was wrong. Her younger self looked so concerned for him. "Let's play hide-and-seek," she suggested, trying to cheer him up. She promised she'd wear the blindfold and find him. She tied it on herself, giggling that it tickled. And he just watched her with those intense, unreadable eyes. Back in the present, he asks if she still remembers. He grabs the scarf from her outfit, whispering just like this as he ties it over her eyes. He leans in close, his voice a low growl. He reminds her how she'd always spill her secrets when she couldn't see. His breath on her neck makes her shiver. "Let go," she cries. But he just grabs her hands, pinning her easily. "Not so fast," he purrs, a predatory look on his face. The game has only just begun, and with a shove, he sends her tumbling backward. Our girl lands on a bed, completely at his mercy. "This is going too far," she pleads, her voice shaking. "Is it?" he asks, looming over her. "You used to love this game." He gets even closer, demanding an answer. "When Yan Qingyu touches you, do you feel anything?" She stammers that they haven't gotten to that stage yet. Oh, but the fact she's even thought about it makes him snap. He rips off her blindfold. "Then what about me and Sang Yihen? Are you jealous?" The question hits her hard. Is she jealous? He smirks, seeing right through her. "Your red face and beating heart give you away." He leaves her with one final, savage blow. "Just remember this feeling the next time he touches you." Our girl is hard at work, completely focused on her case report. But her concentration is broken by her phone ringing. It's Lawyer Yan. She answers, asking what's up. He immediately wants to know her lunch plans. He invites her out to eat, and she is totally caught off guard. "Right now," she asks, a little flustered by the sudden invitation. She tries to politely decline, saying her break isn't long enough to meet him. But this man is smooth. He just tells her to look out her window. She turns to look, and her eyes go wide with shock. Because he is literally right there, looking like a supermodel. He tells her to hurry down because he's hungry. Since she can't leave, they end up in the company cafeteria, a truly romantic spot. Our girl feels terrible, apologizing for making him eat here. But he just smiles, saying his only reason for coming wasn't just to eat. Oh. She's confused, but he plays it cool, pretending he just wanted to try the famous cafeteria food. He gently places some food on her plate. What a total sweetheart. Then he asks if her brother, Mr. Jiang, was mad about her coming home late. She nervously says her brother was fine, but we all know that's a lie. She quickly changes the subject, pointing out his casual clothes. He says he took her advice to heart because it came from someone he likes, the confession. Our girl is completely frozen. Did he just say what she thinks he said? He leans in, his voice low and smooth. "If I'm not straightforward, how will you know I like you?" But just as the tension peaks, a cold voice interrupts them. It's her brother, Jiang Lin, and he does not look happy. Our girl is just trying to enjoy her lunch when she spots trouble. Big, handsome, possessive trouble. She tries to brush him off, calling him bro. Oh, he does not like that one bit. He demands to know why she isn't in a private room. He then tries to play it cool, acting like a caring big brother. Yeah, right. But hold on, the cavalry has arrived. A silver-haired rival appears. The two men immediately lock eyes, and the temperature in the room drops by 20 degrees. Mr. Dark and Brooding pushes a bowl of food towards her. Silver Fox strolls up, all smiles, asking to join their coincidental lunch. The two immediately start throwing verbal daggers, dripping with sarcasm. Silver Fox claims his intentions have always been pure, unlike some people. The shade is real. Our girl can practically see the sparks flying. This is what they call male rivalry. Silver Fox offers her a peeled shrimp, calling the other guy big brother-in-law. And just like that, the entire table explodes. Our girl and her bro are completely stunned. He grabs her, absolutely fuming. She tries to placate the beast by offering him the shrimp, but he snatches it away, declaring that if he didn't peel it, she's not allowed to eat it. The absolute peak of petty jealousy. He then plops his OWN peeled shrimp into her bowl, demanding she eat his lunch. Our poor girl is now trapped between two bowls of shrimp, a battlefield of male egos. She can't believe how quickly her lunch break turned into this chaotic mess. Both men stare her down, waiting. She just wants the floor to swallow her whole. Our girl nervously asks if they're all supposed to share this one meal. The two guys immediately shut her down with a big fat no. They start bickering like children over who gets to eat with her. She is so done with this chaos. She slams the table, calling them elementary schoolers and telling them to just eat quietly. The boys are officially silenced. Our poor heroine just wants some peace, but these two never let up. Silverhair sees his chance and asks if she's free on Saturday. With her mouth full, she confirms she is. He immediately asks her out to a new board game cafe. But Mr. Dark-Haired Brooding is not about to be left out. He passive-aggressively reminds them he's still there. The silver-haired lawyer reluctantly invites him, but a phone notification interrupts the tension. President Jiang picks up his phone, his whole mood shifting. The lawyer asks what's wrong. He just looks grimly over at our girl. She takes the phone and sees a letter of demand. Her eyes go wide, they're being accused of patent plagiarism. She immediately turns on President Jiang, demanding answers since he's literally Dyson's lawyer. He asks to see the letter. After reading it, President Jiang demands an explanation from lawyer Yang. The lawyer admits the letter is from his firm, but he swears he's only just now finding out about it. Our girl is not buying it, pointing out his official seal is on the document. He explains that for simple cases, assistants can send letters in his name. President Jiang lays it all out. Their tech is completely different, so the accusation is baseless. This is just a power play by Dyson to fight them for the patent ownership. Our girl finally gets it. Dyson isn't trying to win a lawsuit. They're trying to bury them in paperwork so they miss a critical bid. Our girl is breaking down the enemy's strategy. She realizes Dyson is just trying to bog them down so they miss a huge opportunity. President Jiang is impressed, telling her she sounds like a future CEO. She cheekily replies that he complimented her first, but he just wanted to find her slacking off. The silver-haired lawyer Yan offers to help them out, even though he's Dyson's counsel. Jiang immediately gets territorial, accusing Yan of trying to be a mole for the enemy. Yan just smiles, claiming he has professional ethics as the top lawyer in the city. He offers to mediate the whole thing and get Dyson to drop the pointless lawsuit. But Jiang is not having it, mockingly asking if he's playing the hero. He finds the offer interesting, but it's a hard pass. He coldly tells Yan they have other methods and won't be needing his help. Yan calls him out on his hostility, then drops a chaotic bomb. He suggests Jiang might be in love with Jiang Zhaozhao. Our girl is internally combusting. This man has zero social awareness. That's the last straw for Jiang. He slams his hand on the table and declares lunch is over. Our poor heroine is confused. They still have half an hour left. But he's not asking. He tells her it's a direct order. He even threatens her allowance to get her to move, dragging her away as she quickly apologizes to Yan. Yan, ever the gentleman, tells her his offer still stands and he'll do everything to help her. As they walk away, Jiang asks why she didn't object when he refused Yan's help. He doesn't need a reason. He then reveals a bit of history. Dyson used to be a small-time lackey for their dad. She's surprised he remembers that from when they were kids. He scoffs, "I was young, not stupid." He tells her since Dyson wants to play dirty, they have no reason to save face for them anymore. In his high-rise office, President Jiang is absolutely losing his mind. His company's stock just plummeted. He demands to know what the hell is going on. Turns out someone just dumped 20 million shares, tanking the value. He desperately asks if they can trace the sellers, but it's a dead end. As his assistant panics, a call comes through. It's a private number, and you just know this is gonna be dramatic. He cautiously answers the phone. A smug voice on the other end taunts him about the little gift they sent. President Jiang demands to know who this is. The caller isn't giving anything away, but the old man quickly puts two and two together. He immediately switches to bootlicking mode, asking for instructions. The man on the phone says this is all because someone at Dyson stole business from their president. The old man starts sweating, realizing who he's messed with. The caller warns him not to jump to conclusions, and then drops the bomb. If he doesn't watch his step, tomorrow's drop will be even worse. The old man begs for more information, but gets brutally hung up on. He stares at his phone in pure fury. It has to be those brats from the Jiang family. He completely loses it, throwing his phone in a chaotic rage. He swears he's going to make them all pay for this. Meanwhile, the call ends on the other side. The caller asks our stone-cold ML, satisfied. His friend is blown away by the power move, but the ML reveals it wasn't his idea. It was hers. And this financial mastermind is our girl, completely oblivious while chowing down on a burger. The friend can only remember her as the clumsy girl who face-planted at bar. Our heroine is so embarrassed. But the ML just smirks, clearly doting on her. She fires back, calling him a big ice block face. She teases him that it's his nickname at the company, but he just leans in closer, asking if she thinks so too. Oh, you can cut the tension with a knife. Their friend can smell the gossip from a mile away. Their friend immediately tries to play matchmaker, asking if there's something between them. Our girl is completely flustered by the question. She insists they're just brother and sister, so there's no situation. But this guy is a professional pot stirrer, pointing out they're not related by blood. He even says it's super common for step-siblings to get together. The audacity, our girl is speechless, trying to process this chaotic logic. She internally admits her brother has a good body, but asks if that's a good reason to set them up. He then asks if she's not into Lin, and with a savage comeback, She tells him if he likes Lin so much, he should just marry him instead. Our girl even offers her full support for their new BL comic life. Absolute queen. Meanwhile, Lin has been staring daggers this whole time. He says absolutely nothing, just letting the tension build. Our girl notices the time and decides it's the perfect moment to escape this awkward mess. She tries to make a quick exit, but Lin is not having it. He immediately offers to arrange a car for her so she doesn't have to take the subway. She tries to turn him down, reminding him she's his subordinate now, but he just stands up and declares, "Then I'll take you home." She says he should stay and catch up with his friend. He insists it's too late and not safe for her to be alone. Their poor friend is now feeling like a forgotten third wheel. He dramatically complains that they're just gonna leave him there. Our girl has the gall to say, "Sorry, forgot about you." Ouch. The friend is absolutely crushed by this blatant disregard. Lin just promises to buy him a drink next time. Cold, but the friend consoles himself, sighing that he's doing it for his bro's happiness. What a martyr, he truly thinks he's the hero of the story. Later that night, they arrive back at the apartment. The mood is tense as they walk inside. She quickly tries to end the night. She tells him she's heading to her room and to get some sleep. He agrees, telling her to get some rest. They exchange a seemingly innocent good night. But the look on his face is anything but innocent. He's brooding. As she walks away, his expression completely shifts. He's clearly troubled by what happened earlier. Instead of going to his room, he walks in another direction. He heads straight for the balcony doors. He steps out into the cold night air, overlooking the city. He lights a cigarette, the words from earlier echoing in his mind. "If you like him so much, you should marry him." Her denial that there was anything between them plays over and over. He stands there, smoking and contemplating their relationship. Just as she's settling in, her phone starts ringing. It's a call from Mom, who immediately asks why she's still awake. Her mom casually asks how she's been treating her brother, and our girl gets instantly nervous. She lies through her teeth, insisting she's been an absolute angel, okay. Her mom then gets a little sentimental, saying she misses her daughter so much. Zhaozhao tries to play it cool, but she's totally touched. She tells her mom to just come visit, but her mom says headquarters is too busy. Suddenly, a man's voice interrupts the call. It's her dad home from work. Zhaozhao is absolutely thrilled to hear his voice. Her dad asks if something good happened, and she cheekily tells him to guess. But Mom is too sharp for games, immediately guessing it's about the Dyson stock. Our girl is shocked they found out so fast. She wanted it to be a surprise. Her mom is savage, saying, "You were selling the family's stock, how could we not know?" Zhaozhao is amazed, saying they have eyes and ears everywhere. Turns out her brother Lin spilled the beans and gave her all the credit. Her dad is beaming with pride, saying the company is safe in their hands. She thought he'd be mad, but he just laughs, saying 20 million is nothing for his precious daughter. Her dad scoffs, saying Dyson's boss is just some junior who used to follow him around. He warns her that in business, there are no permanent friends, only permanent interests. Our girl listens carefully, taking his advice to heart. The call ends with her parents being all cute and lovey-dovey with each other. Zhaozhao can't help but laugh at them. But just before she hangs up, Mom drops a bomb. "Have you met any exceptional young men?" Our girl starts sweating, nervously admitting that she might have. Mom's interest is immediately piqued. The interrogation begins. What's his name? What does he do? Does he like you? Our poor heroine is flustered, trying to insist they're just friends. But Mom is relentless, demanding to know his profession. Trapped, Zhaozhao is a deer in headlights. She finally stammers out that he's a lawyer. Mom seems to approve, but then asks what he's like as a person. Suddenly, a memory of President Jiang questioning that very lawyer's loyalty flashes in her mind. Our girl is a blushing, panicked mess trying to find the right words. She explains he has a strong sense of ethics, so strong that he even refused her brother's attempt to hire him. But her mom cuts right to the chase with the ultimate question. "Zhaozhao, do you like him?" Her mom is asking if she likes the handsome lawyer. Our girl has to admit, Lawyer Yan is definitely a catch. He's nice, easy to talk to, but... Her mind flashes back to him, asking if she was jealous. She immediately flushes, wondering why he suddenly popped into her head. Her mom's voice snaps her out of it, asking why she's spacing out. Our girl blames the laggy connection, but Mom gives her a warning. "Don't let a man steal your heart. That's it, she's had enough." She yells goodnight and hangs up. Her mom just sighs, knowing her daughter all too well. Zhaozhao groans about her gossipy mom. She flops onto her bed, completely drained from the conversation. But her mom's words echo in her mind, steal her heart. Suddenly, a small noise from the terrace catches her attention. She peeks out the door and finds her brother standing there. He's smoking, and she's never seen him do that before. Without a word, he puts the cigarette out. He looks at her with this dark expression, saying there's a lot she doesn't know. "Okay, what is that supposed to mean?" Our girl is so confused. She nervously asks how long he's been standing out here. Please, please don't say you heard everything. His reply is ice cold. I've been here since hello, mommy. Our girl is absolutely mortified. He heard the whole thing. He even has the audacity to say she was talking too loudly. The nerve, the silence that follows is so thick you could cut it with a knife. Trying to escape, she blurts out that their mom is visiting soon. He just gives a short The awkwardness is killing her. She decides to retreat to her room. But just as she turns, a hand shoots out and grabs her wrist. He tells her to wait. He says she still hasn't answered his question. Answer what? She's completely lost. He pulls her close, his eyes boring into hers, and asks the one question she's been dreading. Do you like him? Our girl is completely stunned, asking what he just said. He leans in, his eyes intense. I said, he repeats, asking if she likes the other guy. She's completely frozen in shock. Why is he asking this? He grabs her, pulling her close and demanding an answer. Brother, let me go. Who is it you truly care about? He asks, his face inches from hers. She tries to dismiss the question, but he just growls, it matters to me. Our girl is trembling. Brother, you're acting strange. He leans in, his voice dangerously low. Don't call me brother. I don't want to just be your brother. And before she can even breathe, he kisses her. Her eyes are wide with the sudden realization, the person he likes. It is me, the thought sends her reeling. The kiss deepens as he holds her tight, not giving her a chance to escape. Her eye snaps open. This is not happening. She shoves him with all her strength. No, brother. Tears stream down her face. You're a jerk, she cries before turning to flee. He desperately calls out her name, Zhaozhao. But she's already gone, leaving him reaching for nothing. He watches her go, a pained, bittersweet smile on his face. Our girl collapses onto her bed, sobbing. Idiot Jiang Lin, jerk. But through the anger, a blush spreads across her face. Was he being serious? Meanwhile, he stands alone in his dark room. He looks at an old photo of them, remembering her childhood promise to marry him someday. Her dream takes a spicy turn as Reed goes in for the kill. She trembles, completely lost in the moment. But suddenly, our girl jolts awake with a scream. It was all a dream, and she clutches her head in disbelief. Her alarm goes off, snapping her out of her meltdown. Her face is still burning as she wonders if he's awake. She carefully opens the door, peering out like a spy. Tiptoeing into the living room, she confirms the coast is clear. She breathes a sigh of relief. No awkward encounters today. Thank goodness he's not here. She could not face him after that. But a tiny part of her wonders where he went so early. Ugh, she immediately scolds herself. Why does she even care? Just then, she spots something on the kitchen table. A perfectly cooked breakfast sandwich is just sitting there. And beside it, a small handwritten note. She picks it up. It's from Reed, reminding her to eat. Did this man seriously wake up early just to cook for her? Our poor girl is completely and utterly confused by this gesture. Suddenly, a memory of their kiss flashes in her mind. She shakes her head violently. Get out of my head, she huffs, trying to stay mad. A sandwich won't win her over. She turns to walk away, but freezes in her tracks. Glancing back, she remembers his nagging about her health. And let's be real, that breakfast looks amazing. Fine, he wins this round. The food is innocent in all this. She decides to eat first and deal with her feelings later. She sits down, finally giving in to his thoughtful gesture. Our poor girl stumbles out of the subway, looking absolutely wrecked. The morning commute is no joke, and she's missing her cushy ride with the CEO. She tries to pull herself together, telling herself not to give in. Just then, her friend Peach spots her in the crowd. Peach is completely shocked to see her here. She asks why she's not with Mr. Jiang today. Joanne quickly lies, saying he had to leave early. She feels a little guilty for slumming it with the commoners. Peach just laughs, calling her a spoiled princess. She teases that of course she's the young lady of the house. Suddenly, a fancy car screeches to a halt right in front of them. Peach nearly has a heart attack and starts yelling at the driver. The door snaps open, and out steps a vision in red looking like $1,000,000. Peach immediately recognizes the woman. Alina, she asks. She scolds Alina for her reckless driving. But Alina just gives a dismissive, savage smirk. Sorry about that, I'm in a rush, she says before walking off. Peach is absolutely fuming at the disrespect. She can't believe the audacity of the actual heiress of the Jiang group. Our girl looks on, a little stunned by the reveal. Peach demands to know why Joanne isn't reacting at all. Our girl calmly replies, why should I? Peach can't believe how chill she is about being nearly run over. Joanne just tells her to calm down so they won't be late. She soothes her friend, but her eyes tell a different story. That look is pure, cold fury. She takes a moment to process everything. They finally arrive at the massive office building. Inside, the hallway is buzzing with activity and people moving boxes. Peach wonders what all the commotion is about so early. Joanne is just as confused. Their colleague Frank shows up to say hi. Joanne asks him what's going on with all the boxes. He drops a bombshell. They're moving Alina's things back. She's returning to the CEO's office. Joanne is completely stunned. She knew it would happen eventually, but not this soon. If Alina is reinstated, it means she's going back to Reed's office. Her mind immediately flashes to a very spicy, very recent memory with him. She tries to shut her brain down before she turns into tomato. And speak of the devil, Alina herself appears with a smug smile. Joanne realizes Alina was deliberately provoking her downstairs. She puts on her best poker face and says a cold, "Well, good for you." Alina then has the nerve to look teary-eyed, asking if Joanne is upset she's leaving. Oh, the drama, the performance is unreal. But our girl is not having it. "I'm swamped with work," she says icily. "I don't have time to care about other people's drama." With that savage comeback, she walks right past Alina without a second glance. Alina is left standing there, completely stunned by this new, confident Joanne. She wonders if our girl has changed, or if she's just imagining things. Our girl tries to get back to work, but the office feels strangely empty. With Alina gone, the whole atmosphere has shifted. She knows Alina will be successful working with Reed, but a weird feeling bubbles up inside her. Just then, a new email notification flashes on her screen. It's an official letter of apology from West Technology, and she realizes Keane wrote it. She immediately grabs her phone. She has to call him right now. He answers, surprised to hear from her. He asks why she's calling, and she tells him she just saw his email. He immediately asks if she's okay and if Disun made things difficult. He teases her, asking if she was worried about him. Our poor girl starts blushing like crazy. He lets out a low chuckle, telling her he was just teasing. He explains he had the apology drafted a while ago. Then this man has the audacity to say he doesn't mind the trouble if it makes her worry. He smoothly asks her to dinner tonight, but she has to turn him down, explaining she'll be swamped with work now. His response, "I can wait." My heart just stopped. Before she can even process that, he hangs up. The line goes dead, leaving her completely stunned. Wow, that was fast. The man doesn't waste any time. Suddenly, there's a knock at her door. Her coworker comes in, looking completely stressed out. Apparently, Alina is on a power trip and rejected all 4 of their proposals. She begs Joanne to take the plans directly to the big boss, Mr. Jiang. Our girl sighs. Looks like she's cleaning up another mess. She stands up, promising to talk to Mr. Jiang and even pay for overtime. What a queen. She steals her nerves as she walks to his office. Can't avoid him forever, right? Taking a deep breath, she knocks on the door. She calls out his name before entering. But as she pushes the door open, her eyes go wide with shock. Because Alina is already in there, handing Mr. Jiang a cup of coffee. The timing could not be worse. She definitely just walked in on something.